Hi there people, it's Pyxcore, and you may notice that I'm... Well, that's because I'm sitting in front of my favorite tree. Isn't she a beaut? Everyone has favorites, including games. So with that I must ask, is anybody's favorite game Deal or No Deal for the Wii? If the answer to that question is yes, then I pray for your family.
What is the best game of all time? Well, according to Metacritic, it's Ocarina of Time. I haven't played it, but I own it. On 3DS. But the answer to the question, what is the best game of all time, is completely subjective. For example, I would consider the best game of all time to be... not Pong for the Atari 2600, that's for sure. Yes, the topic of today's Pyxcore episode is my favorite game of all time. 10 of them to be exact, starting with... Okay, I lied. On some spots on this list, I couldn't decide between what two games to put, so I put them both. You call it fraud, I call it thinking outside the box.
The jury did not like that one.
Tears of the Kingdom. I love both this game and Breath of the Wild, but I will say that Tears of the Kingdom is a slightly lower quality. I really like Ultra Hand and Ascend, and hot take, I like the Divine Beast more than the Temples. I know, people don't like the Divine Beast because they all look the same, but I'm a creature of habit and I find comfort in the fact that they all look the same. But Tears of the Kingdom. I like that this is the same map as the last game. It's really fun to see environments that you've already explored in a new way, like Hateno Village. I'm sick of seeing people say that this is a bad game though, because it's not. This game is a masterpiece, and I'm tired of pretending like it's not. And there's also Sonic 2. I love Sonic 2, it's the first good Sonic game. But I've talked about this game at length before. Yeah, this game is good. This one is embarrassing. Did this game start a trend of Mario being boring? Yes. Do these levels feel kind of empty? Yeah, but counterpoint. I played this game when I was but a wee tot in Cheshire, England. This was the first video game I ever played, so it holds a special place in my lungs. My heart was torn out of my body 9 years ago. And while yes, it did start the era of boring Mario, I wouldn't call it boring. It just gave Nintendo the confidence to release boring games. Portal. I mean, it's Portal. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's an amazing game with some amazing puzzles and also GLaDOS. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is one of the best Sonic games and introduced my favorite idiot, Knuckles. See, Knuckles was characterized early on as a good-hearted guy who's just really gullible, and while that definitely got flanderized in later years, he was great in this game, even if he couldn't speak. The game itself is also phenomenal. There's really only one zone that I would outright call bad, which is Sandopolis. The mechanics are fun for the most part, cough cough Carnival Night barrel, but other than that, the game is great. Also, the barrel in Carnival Night isn't that bad.
Oh, I should be assassinated any minute now.
Remember how I said that I was indecisive on some spots on this list where I couldn't figure out what to put? This is example number 2. Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 are games that I would say are equal in quality. The gameplay is virtually the same in both, albeit slightly tweaked in 2. And in terms of story quality, Spider-Man 1's story is better, but in terms of comic accuracy and fan service, Spider-Man 2's is better, although it's not particularly comic accurate. I would put Miles Morales on here, but I haven't played much of it, and the story isn't great because it's pretty much the same as Spider-Man 1, but worse. And that sucks because I love Miles Morales. Also, anyone who says he isn't Spider-Man, shut up. He was literally created to be Spider-Man after Peter died in the Ultimate Universe. Do a Google search, you idiot. I'm a Spider-Man fan if you couldn't tell. This is the halfway point.
No!
Super Mario Galaxy is one of the greatest 3D platformers and Mario games. Some would even call this their favorite Mario game. Nay, their favorite game. For me, it's 5th. I have tons of nostalgia for Mario Galaxy, as it was among the first games I played. However, I just haven't played enough to consider it my favorite, but I do love this game. Now, I have said before that Portal 2 is my favorite game of all time.
And I was sinning!
I said that during a period where I wasn't playing very many games, however, it is still one of my favorites, and it has some of the most clever puzzles and amazing jokes in any games I've seen. I think that Sonic Mania is the greatest Sonic game of all time, even better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Put the pitchforks down.
Does this game recycle a lot from older Sonic games? Yes. However, that doesn't change the fact that the old stages it uses are the best ones from the older games, and the new ones are phenomenal. The final boss isn't the best in Sonic's history, but it's still really strong, and Titanic Monarch is an incredibly fun zone. Not sure why I singled out that one in particular, but I did, and there's nothing you can do about it. Breath of the Wild is a revolutionary game. This was mine and many other people's introduction to the Zelda series. I knew about it before this game, and I probably played a few minutes of Ocarina at a time or the first game, but this was the first one that I truly played and beat. Not only that, but I beat it twice. I want to talk about this game at length eventually, but man, this game is amazing. However, it isn't my favorite. That title goes to...
Whoa, pump the brakes there, bucko. We still need to talk about my honorable mentions. These are games that didn't quite make the list, but are still pretty high up there for me. They are as follows. Sonic Adventure 2.
I kid. While I don't have many honorable mentions per se, I would say that if I did, they'd be these games.
What a lineup.
But it's time to talk about my favorite game of all time. Super Mario Odyssey. This was the first game I got on Switch. This was the first game that truly captured my attention and imagination. Not only that, but it was also the first game that I ever beat. Something like Breath of the Wild or Spider-Man 2 are probably objectively better games, and Mario Galaxy may even be a better Mario game, but this will forever remain my favorite.
And those were my favorite games of all time. So please let me know yours. And while you're at it, why don't you drop your credit card number, the expiration date, and those 3 fun numbers on the back? Yep, should have known that one would backfire.